welcome back, Ken. Now, what happens is, for this video, okay, we really want to find out, right, how Singapore succeeds as an economy. Is that right? Okay, now, so give me a moment. Okay. Now, so let's take a moment to, let's take quite a big moment to look at Singapore's success model. Is that alright? Okay, so here's how it goes, Ken. Now, write the following statement down now, please, okay? It goes like this. Singapore aims to achieve, right, a non-inflationary, sustainable, long-term economic growth. Again, Singapore aims to achieve a non-inflationary, sustainable, long-term economic growth. Full stop. Okay? Yeah. Now, what happens is this statement, right, is not a random statement again. Okay? Actually, if we go to the website MTI, right, it is the statement, right? Okay? Although lately the statement has changed again. It's added something else other than full stop, okay? But we'll talk about that later. Now, this statement says two things. How many things? Two, isn't it? Okay, number one, it tells us which is the main macroeconomic objective. And the answer would be? Look at the noun. Look at the noun in the statement. That's right. What? Economic growth, okay? Long-term economic growth. Yes? That means, right, even for Singapore, we even prioritize what? Objectives. Okay? Now, I know, okay, how many of you realize this is true already? How many of you do realize it's true? How many don't think anything at all? Okay, now, don't worry again, we'll see. Okay, this is just an introduction, right? Okay, if you have this introduction, right, you'll find that, learning the concept is a breeze, okay? Yeah. Now, by the way, what are we doing here? We're looking at a success model, yes or no? Okay, now, why do we do this? Well, number one, at least for any lectures that you have in school for the remainder of the year, it makes more sense, yes or yes? How many of you think it's a good idea? Not bad, right? Okay, good. Now, number two, what happens is, the more you know about Singapore's context, right, the more ideas you have for application, obviously, right, and also for evaluation. Am I making any sense to anybody here? No? Yes or no? Yes, right? Okay, good, right? Okay, now, however, for the third thing, right, which is the most important is this, But, okay, at the end of these few minutes, right, you'll see, right, what happens, what's going to appear in your prelims exam, Now, how many of you here don't mind today, right, know what your prelim questions are today? Can I see your hand? Thank you, okay? So, let's take a look and see. Okay, so what happens is, you're right, the main objective is economic growth. Okay, now, the second thing the statement says is, what thing? The second thing, right, is what? It says that there's a prerequisite. Meaning what? You must achieve that first in order to have growth. If you can't do that, you can't achieve anything. What's that? You must first control what? Excellent. You must first control inflation, isn't it? Okay, very good, yeah? Control first inflation. Excellent. Wow. Okay, this is not me, Okay. Give me a moment. Whoa, okay. That's right. First, control inflation, Now, do you know what's the best policy to control inflation in Singapore? You're right, It's the Sing dollar, Okay? It's the Sing dollar. Sing dollar, Sing dollar. Okay, I know what. I think the battery is weak. Okay, just hold on. Okay, great. Nice. Okay, good. Now, do you want a Sing dollar but is strong or weak? How many say strong? Can I see your right hand? How many say weak? Can I see your left hand? How many don't want to say anything? How many have raised their hand? Oh, right, terrible. Answer is what? Strong, right? Okay, great. Now, can you see it? Okay, do you know why is the bestest policy? Okay, now I'm going to keep it simple, As you'll learn later, right, you'll know that for inflation, right, there are so-called factors or causes. What's the keyword? Causes, okay? Largely it's called demand pull. What pull? Demand pull, right? And cost push. Okay? Demand pull basically means what? The level of demand or aggregate demand goes up or down. That's right. The level of aggregate demand, right, or AD goes up. How about cost push? Cost push means like the cost of production goes up. Okay. Now what happens is, right, obviously if you see me write on the board this way, means what? There are several types of demand pull and several types of cost push. Yes or yes? Okay. Let me just give you the main thing. Okay, it's quite simple. In Singapore, the most serious form of inflation, right, is forever this one. What's it called, please? Import push. What's it called? Again, what's it called? Import push. Okay, now that's true. Now, is it true not in Singapore? Right? Import push inflation is the most serious. Okay, what is import push? Basically means what? We have inflation because of the things we import. So if the foreign prices are higher, we also experience higher prices. Yes or yes? Why is this true? Because we always import everything, right? Why? Simple, isn't it? Because Singapore has no natural resources, right? Do you remember the National Day song? The one that says, there was a time when Singapore couldn't make it, but we did. That's the song. They said we couldn't make it because we have no natural resources. What? How can a country that has no resources remain around for like 50 years the next year? We're supposed to be extinct, you know. Okay, now this is very serious national education for you, okay? So make sure you know, okay? So what happens is, because the imported inflation is so serious, right, we better make the Sing dollar very, very strong. That's right. Now, do you see a link on? If the Sing dollar is very strong, then what happens? Then everything you buy from overseas becomes what? Cheaper. That's right, cheaper. Okay. So can I go to the new slide to show you something? So you're right, Ken. Basically, it's what? When the Sing dollar is very strong, okay, the price, right? The price. Okay, can I let this denote price of import? What's it called, please? Price of imports. It goes what? It goes Sing dollar stronger, this one goes down. That's right. Who's happy? You, isn't it? You're what? You're a consumer, okay? So you're a consumer, you're very happy. Yay. Now, anybody sad? Who's sad? Right, seller. Seller is sad, right? A producer is sad. Why? Because on the other hand, this price goes up. What is this price called? Price of exports. It goes down again. Meaning what? Now everything you sell to overseas becomes pricier, right? So in terms of this thing called the export competitiveness, right? Okay, we are less competitive. Yes? Make sense so far? Okay. So what do we do now? Basically, what it means that we're not supposed to sell our exports overseas, right? Okay. But honestly, is Singapore fairly successful in selling exports overseas? Yes, we are, isn't it? Yes, right? Okay. So how do we do it despite the Sing dollar being so strong? That's right, Ken. That's right. Who said it? Oh, that's right. Okay. Actually, we use some other policies to counter the harmful effects of the strong Sing dollar. Okay. What's the policy called? Let's see. Okay. To counter this, we rely on this called the supply side policy. Okay. Yeah, we rely on this. All right. Now, there are largely two main policy focus. Okay. Now, one policy start with P. Okay. Sometimes we call it price factor policy. What's it called, please? Price factor. Now, if you adopt supply side policies with an emphasis on this P thing, the price of exports go what? Go down again. Do you know what the P stand for? Do you know what I'm writing? Hey, hangman already, hello. Okay, that's right, Ken. The word is productivity. Okay? So what happens is Singapore emphasizes a lot on productivity. How many of you realize that Singapore emphasizes a lot? How do you know? If you read the newspaper carefully, normally about every month they report also. Okay? How many of you read the newspaper and see this data? How many of you didn't read these pages? How many of you read the sports pages only? For Liverpool, right? Yay! Liverpool is fine, right? No. Okay, can. Now, so you'll see a link on higher productivity, lower export price. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to give you 10 seconds, Ken. Check with yourself, Ken, to see now. Do you see a link between higher productivity and lower export price? 10 seconds, please. Okay, great. So do you see a link? So if there's higher productivity means what? With the same set of inputs, you produce more output. Very good, right? So what happens is you'll find that per unit cost, the what cost? The per unit cost, right? Basically called the average cost. It will go, it'll go down. Okay, so this represents some form of cost savings, right? You can pass on to the consumers. That's right, Ken. Now, who's the consumers here? In this case, the foreigners. What's the price they face here? Price of exports. So in other words, higher productivity can lower the export price. Does it make any sense so far to anybody? Yes? Okay, can I give you 5 seconds to write this down? Right, 5 seconds, please. Now, the other policy is even more important, okay? Because it's more permanent, more sustainable, is the policy start with R, right? R. Okay, the word is, what's the word here? You see? You're going to hang already, if you don't tell me. They are restructuring, okay? Restructuring. Now, restructuring, if you want to, you can call it a non-price policy, alright? Non-price. What price? Non-price. What does it do? As you can see on the board, okay, it changes the non-price factor, again, it changes the demand. Demand for exports. It goes up. Now, what does restructuring mean? Well, literally, it means economic restructuring, isn't it? Now, you know this already, right? Did you do social studies the last time? Since independence, has Singapore underchanged its structure many times already? Yes, we did, right? For example, firstly, we were labor intensive, right? Then we were rather capital intensive, right? Then tech intensive. Now, today, we're still knowledge-based, isn't it, right? Knowledge-based economy. So do we change our structure all the time? Yes, we do, okay? Because, why don't you tell me why we changed all this? Well, so that we can try to keep producing new things that others can't produce, right? Okay, so the demand for exports can remain high. Okay, remain high. That's right. Good job. Okay, now so let's check. With this flow, right, do we see all the 5 objectives being achieved? Number 1, is there more growth? Yes. Is inflation under control? Yes, that. Do we create more jobs? Yes, we do. Do we sell more to overseas than import? Yes. Is exchange rate strong? Yeah. So that's how we achieve all the 5 objectives. Good. Okay. I'll tell you what. Give yourself a high five. Give your neighbor a high five. Give your neighbor a high five and say, "I love Singapore." Okay, National Day is coming again, so why not? Okay, good. Okay. Now, honestly, it's not an easy model to follow, okay? But at least it works so far, so far. Okay, yeah. Now, so I promise you, right? If you look at this whole summary, you'll see your prelim questions, okay? So basically, there are 3 main topics, 3 main. Okay, let's see what are the 3 main. Okay, first one, you have to learn this very well, Sorry, let me change color. Inflation. What's the second one? This one. What's the third one? This one, okay? So it is. Okay, here's my backhand. Basically, out of these 3, at least two will be your prelim Because of course, what I mean, you're studying like 973 to A19. Mustn't they test some fair bits about Singapore? Yes or yes? So surely out of these 3 areas for the macro, they have to test out of these 3. Yes? Okay. I can't. Okay. Did I say they will be tested guaranteed all the 3? No. I just said at least 2 then. Okay. Yeah. So will you prepare all these 3 areas? Yes, you do. Okay, great. So what happens is I'm going to stop here, This is basically the idea of the Singapore success model. Thank you.